Well, it's a natural part of aging for women, and although many still think it's a taboo topic, there is a lot of health information women as young as 35 need to be aware of. And of course, yes, I'm talking about menopause. And joining me today to normalize the conversation and share some health tips is the menopause educator herself, Andrea Donsky. Andrea, good to have you.
So happy to be here, Val.
Thank you so much. Well, it's been 3 years. We've had a whole pandemic. The last time you were here was January 2020.
No, so long ago. So I'm so happy to be back with you in person.
And you know what? You're back at a time where this subject is kind of, it's not at my doorstep just yet, but it's around the corner. So I'm very interested and very curious. And it just amazes me. I even said in there that this topic is taboo. That why is it still taboo to talk about menopause in 2023?
I think it's just that we associate it with being old or getting older, and our moms didn't talk about it. I mean, I knew nothing about it, and I was in the health and wellness space for so many years. So I think that it's one of those topics that now is gaining a lot of traction, which is amazing. And we're talking about it, which, again, at the end of the day, when we talk about it, we normalize it and we remove that stigma, right?
So there's so many misconceptions about menopause.
There is.
There's three that you want to point out that are popular. What are they?
So on my TikTok page, I hear from thousands of women all the time. And I would say the number1 myth or misconception is that we're too young to be in perimenopause or menopause in our 40s and 50s.
Okay.
It simply is not true. So perimenopause can start as early as 35, and the average age of menopause is 51.5. So when women are sharing their symptoms with their healthcare providers, they're often told that, no, you're too young, it doesn't start till a lot older, but it's not true.
That's a misconception.
Misconception.
35, I didn't realize that till today.
And sometimes earlier.
Oh, wow. Okay, what's another misconception?
So another one is that there are only 34 recognized symptoms of perimenopause and menopause. So part of my passion is really understanding the symptoms. And when I first started learning about it, I'm like, oh, 34, 40, that's a lot. But the way my brain works, Val, is I love data. So I went home that day and I literally created a Google Doc and started tracking them. And through our research at Morphus, with over 3,000 responses from women in this stage of life, we now know that there's over 100.
Really?
Over 100 symptoms, yes.
Okay, and we're going to get to some of the symptoms in a second, but I want to get to the last misconception.
So the last one is that there's nothing we can do. So women are often told that they have to stick it out, it's part of life, but it's not true. There's a lot we can do, and we're going to talk about some of them today.
Okay, so before we talk about what we can do, because you do have props, let's talk about symptoms.
Yes.
You said initially there were 35 or 34 reported, right? But there's actually way more than that.
Yeah.
What should we look out for or recognize and be able to know that this is either perimenopause or menopause?
Okay, so in terms of symptoms themselves, so let's talk about the top 5.
Okay.
The top most common, so the #1 symptom that most women...
Can I guess?
Okay, yeah, please, go for it.
Hot flash?
It's actually not.
It's not?
It's not even in the top 10 hot flashes.
What?
Night sweats are, but not hot flashes.
Okay.
So the #1 is fatigue. Exhaustion. 71% of women of the 3,000 that we polled are experiencing fatigue and exhaustion, and especially at the end of the day, but it could be all day long. #2, brain fog. Over 66% of women are experiencing brain fog. #3 is sleep issues. #4 are memory issues. And #5 is anxiety.
Oh, Lord. I got 3 out of the 5.
Yes. 5 out of the 10 most common are actually cognitive related. So it's not just physical symptoms. It could be cognitive symptoms as well.
Okay, so what can we do about it? what can we do about it?
Okay, so as a nutritionist for more than 18 years, my lane is nutrition, lifestyle, and supplements.
Okay.
So it's really important that we look at our nutrition. So eating whole foods, making sure we're getting enough protein. We need protein in this phase of life, 20 to 30 grams per meal. So that's what you want to keep in mind.
Okay.
Look, lots of fruits and vegetables, making sure you're eating the rainbow, making sure you're getting enough fiber. We need 25 to 35 grams of fiber a day. We need to make sure that things are moving along our digestive system. You want to make sure that you are pooping every single day. Really
and that's
important.
going to minimize the symptoms of menopause?
So it helps with the symptoms, but it also helps with your overall health and well-being.
Okay.
So it's all interconnected. The way we ate and the way we did things before getting into this phase of life isn't the same as when we're in this phase of life. So it's reframing our mindset. Okay. Looking at things differently. Managing stress levels. Lifestyle is really key. So when we're managing stress levels, like even going for walks in nature, you don't have to be meditating, right? Deep breathing, setting alarm clocks on your phone, setting a timer on your phone to breathe a couple of times a day, spending time with people that you love, animals, all of that can make a really big difference. And then obviously supplements can help as well.
All right, Andrea Donsky, so much good information in so little time. Thank you so much for stopping by. And to learn more about Andrea's research, visit her social media pages at Andrea Donsky or her website, of course, morphus.com. Coming up next, it is the